Okay, so my favorite iPad of all time has to go to the iPad mini. Why? Because I basically take it everywhere. It has such a portable size and has certain features that just makes me want to take it everywhere I go. If you want to know why I love the iPad mini so much, there's a separate video for that, but today I'm going to be showing you what's on my iPad mini. All the widgets, all the apps, how I have everything organized. Let's go right into it. I've got FaceTime, I've got the Files app. I actually use the Files app quite a lot. I've actually got a bunch of shared folders with my team to make our whole workflow so much better. Over here, as you can see, I've got a YouTube assets one, so I've got all of my animations, all of my content, my music, all of my music for my YouTube videos. Like there's a bunch of folders here, and it's all shared with my team, and all of my videos exported in 4K, so if we ever need something from a previous video, they're all right here and pretty organized. So the Files app, I have to say, has gotten so much better for the iPad. Now we've also got this app right here. This is High Coffee, and it's basically a coffee/caffeine tracker. I actually drink a lot of coffee, and I don't like drinking a lot of coffee. So with this app, it also tells me whether the time of day, if I'm doing good drinking a coffee at like 7 p.m. if I've drank previous coffees before. I just like the way that it looks, and especially the widget on my home screen allows me to see which days I've drank the most coffee, and most importantly on my watch and on my iPhone, it lets me know certain times that I shouldn't drink coffee at all. I've got reminders, maps, home. Yes, this is probably what I use the most on my iPad. The home app, as you know, I've got an entire smart home. There's a lot of HomeKit devices. I've got my YouTube lights, these ones right here, so I can simply turn them off and turn them on straight from my iPad, which is pretty cool. Come back on. The camera app is great on my iPad for scanning documents or whatever I need. The App Store, Apple Books. Now I don't use Apple Books at all. I use a separate app for reading, which I'll mention it in just a second. Apple Podcast and Freeform. Freeform is such an awesome app that I'm using constantly on my iPad. I just love it so incredibly much. For brainstorming, this is actually somebody from my team that actually sent this to me, and we're collaborating on it together. I have this right here, which is a bunch, this is kind of secret info, but there's a lot of things going behind the scene in the channel. Freeform, I love it so much, and it's probably one of the apps that I use by far the most on my iPad. I like it a lot. Then I've got this app right here called Flip Clock. Flip Clock is basically an app that lets you add a widget of your time right on your home screen. So I really like the way that this looks. It tells you the hour, the minutes, and especially the seconds. I just like the way that it looks on my home screen. Rather than looking at this tiny time right here, I can see the time way much more beautifully, visually appealing right on my home screen. Then I've got this new Apple Music widget in iOS 17 that lets me play music directly from the home screen instead of actually tapping and opening it. Music plays right away directly from here, which is pretty cool. I can play and pause it. I've got Pages. Then I've got Adobe Lightroom, which is the app that I use for editing all of my photography. I absolutely love it because I've got most of my presets right here on the iPad, which, by the way, I'm thinking on releasing my own preset for Lightroom. Drop a like if you would be interested in that. But as you can see, I've got a bunch of presets right here for editing all of my photos. So I love the fact that I can just quickly edit photos on a device. I love editing photos on my phone, but sometimes I feel like I need, instead of using my Mac, I feel like I just need a quick way to edit photos on the go. And instead of opening a Mac that is, a process, I love just opening up my iPad and just editing all of my photos, which is pretty cool. So Adobe Lightroom. Then I've got Revolut, which is my digital bank that I'm actually using. I've got the Health app, which is brand new in iPadOS 17. So I can see all of my health info and including my weight. I've actually got a smart scale in my smart home, so I can, as soon as I, weigh myself, it's automatically added to the Health app on the Apple Watch. Which is pretty cool. So that's the Health app. And then I've got Pinterest, which I use constantly for inspiration, for fashion inspiration, for home inspiration. I currently want to redo like my laundry type of room, and we've been looking at, fun and, more aesthetic ways to, to design a living room. So you can see outfits, cooking. I love Pinterest. I'm absolutely obsessed. Whenever I need inspo, even for the videos as well, I use it constantly. And I've got this small little widget for my habits. This app is called, let me see, Habits. It's called Habits to help me accomplish my habits every day. It doesn't matter if it's mindfulness or doing a workout every day or studying for my driving license or posting on Twitter, which I'm, crushing it right now. Thank you all so much for the support. I love the fact that I can quickly do that. So today, for example, I've actually studied for my driving license once. I try to do like 4 exams every day. That's why there's a goal for 4. Post on Twitter, we've done that today. I haven't worked out and I haven't meditated yet. But basically lets me view really quickly how my habits are doing, and I can simply, add them straight from there. Now, before I continue showing you the other side of my iPad, I wanted to show you the accessories that I use daily on my iPad mini. Firstly is this little pouch bag from Uniqlo. I love it because, well, it fits my iPad mini. And I usually take my AirPods with me and a bunch more. In terms of the case that I bring is Apple's Smart Folio case. I like it because, you can prop it up like this. You can also prop it up like this for typing. There's a bunch of use cases for it. It's slim and thin, and it does everything that I need. Now, talking about iPad accessories, I wanted to show you these awesome accessories by EIP. Starting off with this paper feel screen protector, and it's nothing like you've ever seen before, because the thing that I hate about screen protectors, and especially screen protectors that make you feel like your iPad like paper, is that sometimes you don't want your iPad to feel like paper, and if you want to remove it, you have to get rid of it. But this one's actually magnetic. So it simply snaps to your iPad, and now your iPad feels like paper, and it's got like this awesome feel to it, and it makes you feel like you're actually writing on paper. But if you actually want to get rid of it, it's as easy as simply doing like this and actually removing it. This is the EIP pencil, and it packs most of the features of your Apple Pencil but doesn't break the bank. You charge it simply by USB-C, and it snaps to the side of your Apple Pencil just like that. It's got palm rejection and really durable nibs. So if you're a student and you want to take a bunch of notes and you don't want to break the bank, this one is the way to go. EIP has a bunch of accessories out there. For example, this case that is so awesome, and you can just put your Apple Pencil here. They also sent me these nib protectors, and they're super awesome because they come in this carrying case that you simply open and pick the color that you want. And this nib protector makes you have a different feel on actually writing with your pencil. It's way more rigid than a standard pencil and gives you a more precise way to actually write or draw. Definitely recommend these. So if you guys are interested in any of these, they've also got keyboards out there. They've got a bunch of accessories for the iPad. So if you're looking to buy a bunch of iPad accessories, check down below in the description for EIP. Thank you so much, EIP, for sponsoring this video. This right here is something that I can't share yet, but we've been working on something for a long time, and I can't wait to share more with you. It's really exciting stuff, really exciting stuff. And then we've got the weather app on the iPad. Finally, it's finally come. We've been waiting forever with it. It looks absolutely stunning. And yeah, I mean, I don't know why it took so long for Apple to release a weather app on the iPad, but hey, I'm not complaining because I'm happy that it's here. Then I've got this widget right here called FutMob. It's basically, the widget usually gives me a bunch of soccer news. And over here, I've got my upcoming matches with the teams that I'm actually following, including Barcelona. The app is pretty cool, and I like the widget. So without actually needing to go inside of the app, I can know most of the most important news surrounding the soccer world. Then I've got Notion, which, by the way, I actually uploaded an entire Notion tour on how I, handle all of my workspace over here. But over here is basically where I manage all of my brain, literally my personal and my work space especially. I've got all of my YouTube content, for example. As you can see, these are videos that are ready to film. These are videos that are currently in progress. As you can see, what's on my iPad mini, I'm currently filming that. And here's all of my ideas that I can't wait to upload on the channel, my calendar for uploading, everything. Which, by the way, if you have any ideas for upcoming videos, I'll gladly take those. But yeah, if you want to take a more in-depth look on what's in my Notion, links are down below. And then we've got Headway, which is probably one of my favorite apps out there for the iPad, period. I absolutely love this app. It's basically like the Netflix of books. I'm personally somebody that doesn't like reading a lot, and I don't have patience for reading long books. I have to really like a book in order for me to read it. And that's why I like Headway a lot, because they're basically summaries for personal growth books. It doesn't matter if they're business related, love related, productivity related. And what's cool is that it's not a summary, summarized by AI. Headway actually has writers summarizing the book. They read the book and they summarize it for you in 30 minutes, which is sick. They've also got visual explainers, which is basically like you scrolling through Instagram stories. As you can see, there's beautiful animations, and you basically read the book in a more, animated way. And I personally understand the book a lot better. Then we've also got, reading, like standard reading, and, you can actually have it, read it for you within the audio form. I've read so much this year thanks to Headway. I tend to read one book a day, and there's so much to go through. I want to get sponsored by them so much because I actually use them every single day of my life. Then we've got the Apple TV app, the fitness app. Here's where, I do my workouts, and I really got to do them a lot more. Apple Fitness Plus on the iPad is a really excellent way for you to work out. Then I've got Procreate, Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, and Prime Video, my favorite streaming services. And then we've got Affinity Designer 2, an absolute beast of an app for the iPad. I absolutely love this app on how powerful it is and how easy it is to design something on an iPad mini. I just love the fact that we can actually do that now. Here's a widget for my calendar view. As you can see, I'm going to LA tomorrow. And then I've got Twitter and Threads. Yes, you can actually follow me on Threads. There is no proper iPad app, at least yet. I really hope that's coming soon. But yeah, I'm actually threading a bunch recently, if that makes sense. And Twitter, obviously, you all know what it is. And that's pretty much it. If you want to know, though, why I love the iPad mini so much, here's why I like it so much. I mean, you got to know why. You got to know why.